National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Football Team. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Ready, 250.
I know he ain't got it. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And his first pass is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, let them fight another down.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. A shotgun snap for Stafford. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6". Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Touchdown, Washington! Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 15 of the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook is explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration that he does, and he put it to good effect there.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big playability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Blue 16.
And a Buccaneer first down.
This is Connor, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Stafford. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Count 20.
From the 50, Stafford finds his running back, James Conner. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Stafford on first down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Connor on the toss left side.
Holding offense.
I'm trying to understand.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course. Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Pass. Thrown away and incomplete. It's third.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, Stafford. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Incomplete in the end zone.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
The previous play is under review.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. O'Shane Ximines. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football before he knew it. He was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
That's good for a Washington.
Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out.
Let's go, let's go.
Check. Buffalo 18. Ready, go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
60 Bobcat.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll fire deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. 7-7, our score after 1.
We got 4. We got 4.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington has taken the lead. And it's up and good. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down, Buccaneers.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
It certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Stafford. He'll get this to Connor underneath. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15. Here we go. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nice run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready, go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Kaepernick.
I can't believe they let you
And he'll go right back to Lamb. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Washington.
Let's go.
CeeDee Lamb, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it.
You know what I would tell my other player here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen,
Blue 60.
there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford looking left sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
56 Mike. 56 Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
47-yard line.
So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready? Bronco 80. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
56 Mike. 56 right there. 56. Rip right.
Hut, hut.
56.
They'll set up to throw. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Left side to start out, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
To throw again on 2nd down, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown of the new season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. And this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive playing the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. Second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Stafford. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now Cook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And Washington going to add on to their lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
That's complete to his running back, Connor. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Open man, he completes it to Jeudy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Warrior 70. Ready.
They'll look to throw. The 20. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. CeeDee Lamb in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football up to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He's got a first down past the 30, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. That one covers 29 yards, first down. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Ready.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He'll get this one to Pittman. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, they just do that all the way downfield. Ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think on 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiff it up and stop that run. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Get him! Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
They'll run here with counter. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Again, a run with counter. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 2, Stafford. They'll find Pittman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Complete to Michael Pittman.
Let's go.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
57's Mike. Mike 57. I got one.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year, and that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Out there on 17-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
Mike 50, huh? Stop your whining.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And it's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
91.
5-yard line.
On play action, it's Kaepernick.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it'll be second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
56. Come on, D. Hurt. 56, Mike, 56. I'm coming. Dragon 60. I'm coming. 56, go. 56.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Complete to Jerry Judy. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Complete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Stafford. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Clelin Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, it's the end result. Quarterback gets hit.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A very solid gain of 27.
When you have someone
looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on another. It's all about the fantasy see points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He'll get that one complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. From the red zone now, Stafford. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Throwing again is Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages. All right, Captain, he's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. They're going to run. Here's Connor. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Boy, another big play late here for offense. Charles, it certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time. That catch for his career's number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins.